Hello, my name is Peter Parker. I wish to share with you a tradition that was done in the Parker household for quite a long time. Um, Uncle Ben used to read Christmas stories, and I I wish to share the tradition. So I don't have any physical books because it's the 22nd century. Um, so I have a ebook pulled up here on my computer, which I'm going to read. It is Where Would Santa Go? It's written by Julia Lnserro. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. So let's begin. It was Christmas Eve. Lucy put out cookies along with the note she had written for Santa. Don't forget the carrots for the reindeers, her brother Max said as he galloped into his room. Dear Santa, enjoy the cookies. When I get older, I want to travel the world. You get to see everything on Christmas Eve. Where should I go first? Where would you go? Love, Lucy and Max. P.S. Hugs to the reindeer. Max, Lucy, wake up, whispered Santa. Santa? Max exclaimed, leaping out of the bed. I read your note, Lucy, and I thought it'd be fun to show you some of my favorite places to visit. It'll be a snap in my magic sleigh. You'll see, said Santa with a smile. I've got everything you need. Let's go. With a wink from Santa, Lucy and Max found themselves flying high above the clouds. In no time at all, they landed in a pile of snow. Welcome to Antarctica, said Santa. It is one of my favorite places to come right after Christmas, because they have baby penguins. We don't have penguins in the North Pole. They are so adorable, squealed Lucy. Watch me slide, Max shouted. Santa chuckled. Hop back in. We have lots more to see. As the sleigh landed, Lucy and Max were in a bustling city. Who are those people? Pointed Lucy. Oh, great, we're just in time. These are the famous tango dancers in Buenos Aires, Argentina, explained Santa. The rumbling of his tummy suddenly distracted Max. What is that amazing smell? He asked. Ah, sniffed Santa. Those are empanadas. It's a delicious pastry. Let's buy some from the street cart before we head out. Welcome to Costa Rica, announced Santa. I love to hike through the rainforest. You can see lizards, ocelots, and even hairy sloths. Always make sure to go scuba diving with the whale sharks, too. Did you know they are the largest fish in the world and are known as gentle giants? Laughed Santa. Max and Lucy giggled as they hopped in the sleigh and headed off again. Wow, yelled Max, pointing. Check out those huge balloons. Santa maneuvered the sleigh through hundreds of brightly colored hot air balloons. There are so many of them, exclaimed Lucy. This is New Mexico in the United States. If you come in October, you can see the biggest hot air balloon festival in the world, said Santa. Shouldn't it be nighttime here? Asked Lucy. I told you my sleigh was magic, winked Santa. A little while later, Lucy peered out. Max, look at those lights dancing in the sky. How beautiful. I thought you might like to see the Aurora Borealis, also known as the Northern Lights, grinned Santa. Iceland is right below us, and this is one of the best light shows in the world. It's amazing, gushed Max. What next? Can we go see some castles and dragons, or maybe a lion? Let me see what I can do, replied Santa with a big smile. Hold on, check this out, said Santa, zipping around the mountains. Oh my, it looks like a scene from a fairy tale, said Lucy. Yes, it does, smiled Santa. This is Germany. It's full of amazing castles. I don't see any dragons, muttered Max. True, but how about a giant temple and some mummies, offered Santa. Yahoo, shouted Max. Let's go. Santa parked his sleigh near a line of statues, putting some glasses on. Lucy said, It sure is hot and sunny here. We are in Egypt now, Santa told them. This is Karnak Temple. It is 4,000 years old. Are these statues supposed to be dragons? Asked Max eagerly. No, they are ram-headed sphinx, and they protect the kings of Egypt who are buried inside the temples, explained Santa. They protect mummies? Asked Max. Cool. Now, I believe someone wanted to see lions. Yes, they shouted. With just a quick hop, the sleigh landed on a flat dust plain. Welcome to Tanzania, announced Santa. It has some of the world's best wildlife preserves. They protect as much land as they can for the animals, many of whom are endangered. Let's jump out here and get into a proper safari vehicle, Santa suggested. The open-air Jeep bounced along as they headed toward a pack of sleepy lions. They're amazing, Max whispered. Santa smiled. Let's head over and see the rhinos, hippos, and giraffes before we have to leave. At their next stop, Lucy and Max found themselves in a busy open-air market. All around, people were shouting loudly, trying to sell their wares. To the shoppers walking by, "This is Morocco," beamed Santa. "The market, or sulk, as it is called here. It is always busy. Let's walk through and find souvenirs, but watch out for camels. They can be a bit grumpy. Then I'm going to show you next my favorite place." "Welcome to Oman," announced Santa as Lucy and Max jumped out of the sleigh. "It is one of my favorite places in the Middle East. We can swim with sea turtles or hike through the canyons to see hidden waterfalls. We can even camp in the desert." "We want to do it all," yelled Max and Lucy together. "The next stop I want to show you is Nepal. During the spring, they have a festival there called Holi, where everything becomes a rainbow. They do this in India too. They're throwing paint at each other," exclaimed Lucy. "It is a big party to celebrate the spring," replied Santa, laughing. "It's tons of fun." Lucy and Max looked at each other. "We want to be rainbows too," they shouted, dashing out of the sleigh. After another short trip, Santa glided them down and landed near a beautiful temple. Everywhere they looked, Lucy and Max saw trees covered in pink and white flowers. "It's beautiful," exclaimed Lucy. "It's like a fairy village." "It smells great too," added Max. "This is Japan. Every year I try to come to the Spring Cherry Blossom Festival, since we don't have flowers in the North Pole," Santa said. "Let's go grab some cherry blossom cookies and relax under a tree before we head off again." "I think our last stop for tonight will be New Zealand," announced Santa as he landed the sleigh. "This is where I come when I want to go whitewater rafting, flying along a zip line, and bungee jumping." "We want to do all of that," yelled Lucy and Max, jumping around in circles, laughing. Santa said, "You have a pretty long list of things you guys are going to do. Do you think you've seen enough for tonight?" "Well, we are pretty tired, but there is one more place I would love to see before we go home," said Lucy. With a smile, Santa winked. "I think I know exactly where you want to go." As the sleigh descended under the glow of bright moonlight, Lucy and Max gazed in wonder. There it was, Santa's village at the North Pole. "It looks magical," whispered Lucy, and the elves and Mrs. Claus waved as they flew past. "Well, I had better get you two back home now. I still have a little more work to do tonight." "You know, I hope you enjoyed our adventures," said Santa. "Thank you so much, Santa," said Lucy, as she and Max gave him a big hug. "I love seeing all of your favorite places. This has been the best Christmas ever." On Christmas morning, Lucy and Max's mom came into their room. "Merry Christmas, sleepyheads. Goodness gracious, where did you get all this stuff?" "It was amazing," yawned Lucy. Santa took us to his favorite places all over the world. We saw Argentina, Morocco, Japan, Nepal, and even Egypt. I can't wait until Christmas next year." "Me too," said Max sleepily. "But next time I'm asking to see dragons first." The end. Wow, that was a very nice Christmas story. I hope you all had fun listening to me read it. I am Dekota Ramsay, or Peter Parker, or Spider-Man, and I just read to you the Christmas story, Where Would Santa Go, by Julia Lnserro. I hope that's how you pronounce her name. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was my first time reading this one. So yeah, I would like to thank everyone for watching and to get excited because I don't know how you can see it. The 27th, we got Midnight Suns coming out. Next year, we start filming the Spider-Man movie. I think it's called Sins Past, which will be really exciting. So, thank you all very much. See you the 27th.